We're going to ditch these for a minute. Welcome back to another video. I'm bringing you from the gym. I thought it would be a bit of a mix-up because it is pertaining to this video. I'm here for my second round of gym workouts today. I did weights this morning. I'm back doing cardio. I'm here doing cardio because this is going to be primarily my only means of transportation. I know you guys are sitting back going, oh, but Top Hat, you love cars, you love motorcycles, you love going fast, you love cruising slow, you love doing blah blah. I do. You're right. You're absolutely right. You guys know me better than, well, just about anybody else knows me. But that's not what today's video is about. Today's video is about those who don't know me and those who are trying to make decisions for me, like the government. Do I go Hulk mode? No. So, the government is now putting fines for loud exhaust in Canardia. And I know you guys are like, oh, that's not new news. It's happening everywhere. So, $100,000 fines for modified and loud exhaust systems in Brampton, Ontario. I don't know if you guys have been to Brampton, Ontario. It's kind of a shithole. It's the highest insurance rates in the country because nobody there knows how to drive. When I have been there, it's almost too good to be true for a content creator. If you want to see people just driving up around on sidewalks and like no road rules apply. There are actually no road rules in Brampton. There are no stop signs, there are no stop lights, there are no advanced greens. People do exactly what they want to do. If they want to just bomb through town doing quadruple the speed limit, running over garbage cans, that's what they do. It's absolutely unbelievable. So I've heard of this globally. I've heard of some of the bigger, more historically prevalent countries trying to reduce emission-based vehicles in their town or in their cities. I kind of get it. Emissions probably not the best. I personally think it's ridiculous. Like, if I had a choice, I would go find every single person that drives a Honda. If you drive a Honda, you kind of deserve to roll your car into a ditch after a missile strike because you are guaranteed. Like, everybody gave the German auto manufacturers a hard time for a long time. Like, you'd buy a BMW and there'd be this thing on the side of the column. What did it do? Hold on, let me Google it. What does a stick on the side of a column do? Turn signals. So apparently they have a stock now that does turn signals. They didn't have that for a while. They're coming back. They thought it was a necessary safety feature. They're implementing it. Honda drivers. I have watched some of the absolute most insane driving from Honda drivers. They don't signal. They make 35 lane changes. You see the Family Guy episode? I'm making 35 lane changes. Good luck. And clicks the signal. Just goes. Hondas seem to just be entitled. They all work for the Queen, and they all have to get to everywhere instantly. So why do we have road rules and safety? We shouldn't. So Honda drivers have assumed that they don't. So why, if they are going to charge me with a $100,000 fine for having a modified exhaust or a loud vehicle to begin with, can I not fine Honda drivers for existing? I have a preference. You can't tell me how I identify. You can't tell me what my preference is. You can't tell me like, oh, Top Hat, you got muscles and you're a manly man. Like, what if I identify as a female? It doesn't matter. You can't tell me. So, Honda drivers, fine them. Anybody with a red painted entrance door, fine them. Anybody that pulls into a parking space, fine them. I want $1 million of fine. $100,000 for a loud exhaust, $1 million for bad parking. I don't know why that's so unrealistic. I don't know why we can't meet each other in the middle and have some sort of a balance where if I'm charging $1 million a head for every Honda, bad driver, every single one, bad parking, anybody with a red painted front door in their house, if I go in and their light switches are crooked, $1 million fine. Honestly, if I open up the news, not that we get news in Canada anymore because of the whole government wanting them to pay social media organizations, so social media organizations just say, cool, no problem, we're not paying you, we won't share you. So they've essentially shut down Canadian broadcast media. I actually support it. I don't think that a government-funded entity should also be charging Facebook, Meta, Google, all these companies to then pay them on top of that. Like, we are in a freaking dictatorship. It's unbelievable here. And now, if I decide to take my Harley Davidson up to Brampton, not that I would, because I would get absolutely creamed by a Honda, but let's say I made the worst life decision of my life, and I'm headed to Brampton. And I die. Can I charge that person for hitting me with a $30 million fine for being in a Honda? No. Not their fault they bought a Honda. Not my fault I like loud exhaust. Like, I'm being told my preference is not a valid area of concern. My hobbies are not important to me. That's not the society we live in. I can identify and do whatever I want to do. So why can I not do what I want to do? Why is there fines? Because my preference is an automobile. The automobile is one of the most revolutionary products in the history of mankind. Transportation, workflow, everything. It changed everything. Absolutely everything. And now I'm being told how I'm allowed to do it because of how they feel they should do it. I can't afford a Tesla. I love Tesla. I think they're great. I can't afford one. So I shouldn't be punished because I can't. I can afford a Sawzall blade, put that in my Sawzall, go underneath my car and gone. My car sounds even better. It's awesome. Oh my God, you're polluting the earth. I've never been on an airplane. What do you think pollutes more? One flight across the country or my car for the life of me owning it? Let's do math. I don't need to. The plane creates more pollution. You ever been on a cruise? You ever bought anything from China? Was on a ship, got shipped here. How much crude do you think was put into the environment to get products across an ocean? Right? Oh, we're environmental. And they're out there watering their lawns because it has to be perfectly green. Let your grass die. That's environmental. You called a pest removal because you had mice in your basement. Let them live. That's environmental. That's saving the animals. Like, the hypocrisy in these debates is endless and absolutely absurd. And it is driving me nuts. So, in an effort to put myself back together, rebuild my life, I am at the gym twice a day, one of which is on a bicycle, because at this rate, the Canadian government wants me to ride my damn bicycle everywhere. Born disabled, spent my whole life with systemic juvenile rheumatoid arthritis, 18 joints. My femoral head is backwards, my right leg is 3 inches shorter than my left. I ride, like you can probably see how much I'm moving, that's as still as I can keep myself. Because I am disabled, and the government doesn't care. The government wants me to be broke and riding a bicycle. Because I can't make noise because it might piss somebody off. I'm a little bit pissed off. I'm a little bit upset. Just a little bit. I'm a little bit over the edge of caring. So I brought you to the gym so I can ride my bicycle. So I can sit here and exercise in air conditioning, of course, because I'm Canadian. We were pretty much born bred in an igloo. I'm pretty sure I was birthed under a friggin' ice shelf. And this allows me to breathe comfortably. So I'm here. Waiting for an absolute miracle. I'm waiting to be allowed to enjoy my hobbies without 1,000 restrictions. I'm waiting to be able to drive my car through a town and make any amount of noise and not be worried about a $100,000 ticket. Worked for my dad for 11 years. My top grossing pay before taxes was like $36,000. Net was like 28. It would take me 4 mother beeping years to pay that ticket because I have a louder exhaust than a Toyota Prius. The absolute ludicrous nature of the Canadian economy is absolutely drowning the Canadian people. And I'm getting a little bit fed up. I'm getting a little bit tired of trying and working and caring and trying to be a good human when it seems like that's just keeping me from getting ahead. Right? I gotta post some weird crazy photo or video of some unalive people in a forest or something to be able to afford my bills. I'm going to end my rant there. It's getting a little out of hand and I apologize. I'm usually much more composed than this, but I'm at the gym. This is my happy place. This is where I come, lift the weights, and do my thing. So, until next time, drive safe, take care, and behave, as always.